Bum 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 bum. Flash, savior of the universe. All right, that's our intro for this one. Obviously, I couldn't play the Queen version, or else there'd be some YouTube activity that would shut down this video immediately. And I do not want you all to miss out on all these indie comics that I've been getting as of late. Uh, we were behind before. We're still behind on all the indie comics. Time for the weightlifting as per usual. Some of these are actually ones we didn't get to last time, but oh, here we go. Indie comics. The power of indie comics. All right. I want to get through as many of these as possible. We're not going to, as with last time, we're not going to get through them all. I don't want this to take forever to load. Of course, I'll say at the beginning, as you should say at the end, I guess, like, subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you don't miss these notifications on indie comics. All right. Actually, let's go with this one first. Champion Comics, okay? Team Supreme Us, or Team Supreme US, or Team Supremus. That I never actually worked out with in talking to Carlos. Carlos Raphael writer, Fish Lee art. I don't know if this was the original cover that I saw solicited, but this is the cover that came in the mail. It's part of one of the Kickstarters. Maybe when it was Marvelous 1 and 2 that I backed, and this was part of that one. As I said, Carlos Raphael, plots and script, Fish Lee art. Francisco Zamora, letter of Argo 5, is lettering this one. Eric N. Bennett did the graphics. David Jackson, inside front cover. Amber Gregorio, additional interior art. Okay. Yeah, it looks like he did the framing sequence, because I know that's Ambit Gregorio. That's the original art that I think we were seeing in the previews, and Fish Lee actually did the body of the story. Okay, so that's the Fish Lee style. You see both styles. Again, that's why I like to have the physical books, so I don't have to digitally insert all these review images. I can just show you the book, and oh, look at this. We get a little bit of a, oh, nope, it's a letter page. Thought it might have been a little bit of a handbook type of thing, or maybe it's an editorial. I'll have to take a look. These are opening this up. You're getting first crack. It's like an unboxing. I didn't look ahead. Okay, we got a couple pinups. Very cool. You know, I'm a fan of the pinup section in the back, as all the Argo comics always have that. All right, so that is Champion Comic Group. As I said, got on Kickstarter. I'm thinking there should be a regular release in the works as well. All right, talking about Kickstarter, that was this one. Okay, it's a flip book actually. Silverline, who was a publisher even way back in the 80s with great titles I enjoyed, Cat and Mouse. Well, I guess before we get to the I'll do the comic first. Steam Patriots, the flip book, right? Steam Patriots, number 1, Divinity, number 2. Okay, so you got the flip book. Steam Patriots, written by Scott Wakefield, illustrated David Mims, co-letter Dan Hosick, who we knew from another indie title that I had actually reviewed on the Indie Monster Hall, and special thanks to AJ Cassetta. Okay, so say that the art looks good here. Well, Silverline, you're always going to get art, writing, colors, letters, all on a professional scale. Um, they're really not going to present anything below that level. Divinity in the back, created by Barb Kalberg, plot by R.A. Jones and Barb Kalberg, script R.A. Jones, pencils Alex Sarabia, inks and colors Barb Kalberg, letters Mike W. Belcher. Okay, and again, it's all looking pretty good. This looks at first a little more slice of life, but then as the cover shows you, it's going to be some action adventure. Okay, so neither of these seem particularly super heroic, but actually Cat and Mouse wasn't really. It was more like you know, a couple. Well, actually, no, you had the demon who was pretty much superpowered. And then Silver Storm, which was a great title by Silverline, that was more super heroic. So, but they always give a twist. They don't just do what Marvel and DC is doing, which is an important thing for an indie comic, and the fact that, you know, they're already doing it. They have a very big budget to do it, so you got to present something different. Yeah, and this Kickstarter, little rubber bracelet, bookmark, and bookmarks are good, you know, when you're reading books, of course. So, you know, sometimes some of the extras, I'm not really putting stickers on my binder in high school anymore, but stickers can be good depending on, you know, if you have a need for them. But this was interesting. It was like a patch that came with this. I'm guessing related to Steam Patriots, but I didn't read the book. Got a Velcro back. So that's an interesting feature. I'm not sure where you put a Velcro patch on. I know I bought some patches that you can iron on. All right. But Silverline, again, they have books on Indie Planet. It's good to check them out over there. We go on to David Brink's Genuine Comics. This was 2 books that came in one envelope. Perfect 10 number 2. Heroes and Villains. What is this? The art. Oh, okay. This is an art of Genuine Comics. And yeah, you talk about extras. This came with like a standee thing, which I guess is, I didn't unfold this. I guess that's something different. If you're, I guess, a huge fan of the book, you'll have that to display on your dresser. All right. I guess we'll look at the book first before the art of. And yeah, talking of stickers, there's a sticker in the envelope here. All right. Perfect 10. Creator and writer Dave Brink. Pencils and inks, Powell Broderick. Colors Daniel Rodriguez, who did half an issue of Argo 5 for me. Lettering Joel Saavedra. Saavedra. All right. So, Perfect 10. I had backed issue 1 and I had backed issue 2. And I don't know if this is the. Seems like we got a guest star group in here. I know he had a group of like elemental characters, which we had talked about. Force 4? Was that? I'm not sure. We talked a while back, myself and Dave, about the elemental group because I found that intriguing, being a fan of the old elemental series. But, I mean, Pal Roderick's always going to supply top-notch work. Um, as you can see with the art I just showed you. I mean, it's really great. As this his back cover here. Okay. And we have a pinup section, which, again, always cool to see a pinup section in the back, which I believe the other book is going to be pinups as well. Looks like there was a lot of extra stickers in the back of the envelope there. I just didn't see them behind the pinup book. Art of Genuine Comics. Cover art, Carrie D. All right, well, there's obviously a variety of artists in here. Let me see how they do it. Yeah, so they have actually the credits on each page, which makes it a lot easier than doing a credits page and then people flipping back and forth. You know, I guess it's a decision to be made. Do you want to, you know, as long as there's a good spot in it. Like most of these have like a nice clean spot that isn't really obscuring the art. So as long as you have that, I think it's all cool. Oh, good. We're Monsanto coming in with a piece. Always a top artist. Argo 5 artist, Leo Gondam, and Jeremy Scott Browning, colorist, doing a piece right there as well. Jardel Cruz. I always like to see work from Jardel. He has actually the next issue of Impact International from Argo Comics, my own company, coming. So this looks like a very good pinup book. Perfect 10. Looks like a great read as well. Genuine Comics, which I'm not sure if there is a general release. I know they've been doing it through Kickstarter as of late. But good stuff. All right. Antarctic Press had a number of releases. Well, this is Planet Comics. It's just a comic of black pages, pretty much, for sketching with silver markers or something, probably. Planet Comics number 3. Ninja High School, 179 and 180. That's 179. Whoops. 179 and 180. Now, I think 179 was still, yeah, 179 is still plot and art by Ben Dunn. Story Jim Felker. Story Jim Felker, Alfred Perez, colors Nick Webb. So yeah, he's the creator of Ninja High School and Warrior Nun Arella. So that is Ben Dunn doing the interior work. I know he has a, you know, as Warrior Nun was picked up by Netflix. Ben has been pretty busy as of late, so we have, I don't know, let me see in 180 if it's still, yeah, art by Terry Parr, okay? So this is where Terry Parr comes in. It's still script by Jim Felker and Alfred Perez, art by Terry Parr, colors Halo Parr, lettering Alfred Perez. So this is where we dive into, and you know, I mean, the book has manga roots, so this is a bit more manga. Not that Ben is not manga, of course, but this is more in a different manga style than we were used to seeing. Some of the characters even look a little altered. Professor Steamhead there seems a little younger. But Ben Dunn did the cover. It's a great cover. And he's a master of the craft. Gold Digger is their other long-running title, 280 and 281. Okay, I've raved about this title in past indie monster hauls, and Fred Perry always does phenomenal work. Let me see if we got a page that would be good to kind of, here's a little sample of, okay, again, it was a manga style. Fred does an amazing job. I mean, I think doing most of the work on all, see, yeah, creator, writer, artist, Fred Perry. So he's the whole credits. I mean, 281 doing it all. I mean, Eric Lawson's writing and drawing. I don't think he's doing the colors, so that's quite an accomplishment. 281, Gold Digger. And the quality is there, so that's what's crazy. Just phenomenal work. And yeah, writing, art. He gets a lot of praise from me all around, and doing everything well. All right. Okay. I'm not even sure if I backed this because I just picked it up just in case I hadn't. I've been losing track of what I have. I had a lot going on as of late, so since it's now came through previews, I figured I'd pick up the second sight edition of Chess number 2. I think I was given a copy of this digitally to review. Let's see. Alfred Page, Alex DeGrucci, created plot scripts. William Reyes. It looks like it says Reeves here. But I thought it was Reyes because he did an issue of Argo 5. Pencils. Jesse Anson inks. Jan Conquer colors. James Reed letters. Okay? So, trying to remember which issue, I think it was issue 36 of Argo 5 that William, well, he calls himself William Allen Reyes did, and so he does the art here. He's a great artist. Everything is looking great in this title. Known Page for a while. This is his main title, Chess. He has a couple other things, like members of the Chess, like Pinpoint and Blowtorch, having their own mini-series. So yeah, he's been tearing it up, doing a great job. And this is again Chess 2. I might have the previous incarnation, but what the heck. And yeah, I really liked the cover as well. So got that. Let's see. This was another Kickstarter. These are a lot of Kickstarters, I tell you. Super Team International. Okay, and I haven't broken these out yet. 1, 2, and 3. Um, yeah, it's a good hailing back to the old Justice League with the heads in the roll call. That used to be not usually on the cover, but page one. Occasionally they had heads on the cover, but not usually the roll call. But that's a cool callback right there. Uh, let's pop issue 1 open at least to give you the credits if they're readily available. And written and lettered by Scott O'Brown. Wait, yeah, Scott O'Brown. Not O'Brown like hyphen Brown. O is the middle initial. Scott O'Brown. Art and colors, Carlos Gabriel Diaz. Okay? So, that's a kind of like an expressive, like Mad Magazine type of style right there. Let's see. Okay, so this is the art style. And yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Very nice, expressive faces. Artist is able to achieve. I will look forward to reading it. Bronco Inc.'s Comics. Oops. Bronco Inc.'s Comics in the corner there. Okay, so that's the name of the company. Again, I did get them Kickstarter, so I'm not sure if there is a general release. So it says Super Team International 88. So that must mean it's supposed to be like 1988, I guess. Maybe that harkens back to something, I don't know, 88. Could it be Justice League International at that point came out? So this is supposed to be a ode to them. I don't, it was a great title. I don't know when they came out exactly. I mean, they didn't do the obvious parody or homage cover with them all looking up. So, I could be off on that. They just am pulling in that 88 vibe. And that's the third issue as well. All right. I want to keep it moving. Let's just do a few more. The Mighty Crusaders 1, The Shield. Okay, Rob Liefeld, cover and interiors. He's a phenomenal creator. Stood the test of time because of his talents. Story and art, Rob Liefeld. Script by David Gallagher. Lettering, Jack Morelli. All right. So, see, it's Archie Comics, as you can see in the top, but it's in a red circle. Red circle is pretty much a superhero universe within Archie Comics. Rob always, I was going to say knocks it out of the park, and he has a knockout punch right there. Yeah, and where did I see it? Right here. If anyone goes back to my own Argo 5 #1, you'll see this, the team members, kind of like the bust of the team members. And it's because, like, okay, it's the only issue I drew, Argo 5 #1. My layout sensibilities pretty much were highly influenced by Rob. So, I mean, this is basically a 2-page spread with the heroes of this book. And that is pretty much, even though I did it in 1 page, half page actually, smaller. I mean, this is a Rob Liefeld, I don't know, layout go-to. That, again, I'll say that was a great influence on myself. His ability to lay out and present action. I mean, overall, Again, one of my favorite creators, and not just the cover, the interior. He's still, pumping out interior work. So he's still grinding, as we say in the workout biz. All right. And speaking of people who are grinding, I mean, this is actually outside of Savage Dragon. He has enough time to still do another title. So he did Ant number 12, and it starts at number 12 because we had, number 12, because we had issues 1 through 11 by creator Mario Gully, who actually did an Argo 5 cover as well. Mario Gully created Ant. At some point, sold it to Larson, who had already had her as a guest star in a book or something. We get the dynamic Daredevil here as a guest star. So there was a Daredevil before there was Matt Murdock. There was that Daredevil by another company. And actually, even in the back here, there's an editorial going through the other issues and what happened. Again, I haven't read it. Everyone knows Eric Larson does awesome work. Okay, in his own Savage Dragon. And now an Ant. I mean, it's continuing. I don't know if he'll be doing the art chores of that as well. Okay, another one, North Force image, North Force 0, right? That's Savage Dragon. And yes, Eric Larson has once again written and drawn this book. Okay. Always impressive work. Canada's premier super team, okay? So, I buy Dragon since the beginning, and I'll buy those two titles as well. A title that I bought at the beginning and didn't continue all the way through was FemForce, who they're at 192. So at some point it was like I think a $10 cover price, and the story was meandering a bit, so I kind of fell off. Now it's at $5.95, and I guess with Kickstarter comics often going $20, $10 even isn't that bad, but still. Art by Eric Coyle, script inks by Bill Black, colors W. Paisley, edits the Hikes. Okay, that's the Hikes who do, I believe the other title, Super Babe. Okay, husband and wife team. So yeah, this is looking good. Okay, Captain Paragon there. Yep. Okay, so it's an interesting cast of characters, and again, they're at 192, so you gotta be impressed with that. I think I'm working on like the 100th comic that I've published, if you're counting, Argo comics, and then Thunder Zone titles. I did not create them all, but I guess if you're going to say as a publishing company with Argo Comics, Thunder Zone being an imprint. So yeah, we're going towards 100 comics. So we're going to probably make a little noise about that, a little reason to celebrate. Again, FemForce did a second title, Super Babes, number 6. Let me see if the credits are on the inside here. Pencils, Bobby Ragland. Inks, Jeff Austin. Colors, Josh Rodriguez. Script and letters and edits by Mark G. Hike and Stephanie S. Hike. So, And this, yeah, is looking very good. Okay, Super Babes. Again, within the Femforce universe. I mean, this is She-Cat and Night Vale from Femforce. And Super Babes. I mean, these three characters on the back for the next issue are Femforce. So it's kind of like a second Femforce title. About 192 issues. Gotta give it up. Gotta give it up to them. AC Comics, Americomics, just has AC Comics now. I think we'll stop after this one. We're at the half-hour mark. Absolute Comics. Okay, White Widow was kind of like a breakout thing for them on Kickstarter. Then they went to a general release. White Widow, created by Jamie Tyndale and Benny Powell. Jamie has done a number of the covers. Very talented artist. They have a lot of covers for these books. And, you know, there is a collective market for variants. So I've done it to some degree, especially in Kickstarter. We get a few more variants, which become very rare as far as Argo Comics are concerned, because we haven't sold thousands of variants on Kickstarter. Most of them have been, I'm sure, under 50. So people who have got those variants are really, you know, have a Kickstarter exclusive cover each time. So I think people are really getting a rare cover in that respect. But yeah, all the work for Absolute is always good stuff. I'm going to say the art on this one. Boy, what am I thinking of? The Legion, not Legion of Superheroes, but the Legion book that came out. The artist's name is evading me right now, but that's what this art is reminiscent of to me. So let's see. We had this White Widow book, and then we had Darshan. Bust this out. Take a look. Let's see. Benny R. Powell, story and letters. Ricardo Jamie, artwork. James Brown, colors. Delaney Sleeper, assistant editor. Jenna Powell, editor. Okay. So, and I did see, you know, White Widow on the cover of this one. So I'm guessing, yep, she's making a guest appearance in here. A little more of a Top Cow style on this one. Oh yeah, the artist I was thinking of on the other book, reminiscent, was Barry Kitson. See if you just stop thinking about it, and you'll get it. So yeah, this artwork in here reminded me a little of Barry Kitson. This is more like a Top Cow flavor, like I'm saying. Which I think overall, Absolute Comics has a little more of a Top Cow flavor going on.